My name is Scott Schoonover. I'm the Artistic Director of Union Avenue Opera, which is a company I started 22 years ago. I remember being a little kid and being very interested and drawn to classical music. I went to school and started kindergarten, and that very first day they ask you is, what do you think that you want to be when you grow up? And I remember saying that I was interested in being a pianist. It was something that I was drawn to, it was something that I couldn't ignore, and I was fascinated by classical music my whole childhood. At some point early on, I realized that this was the only thing I wanted to do. I didn't know what it was going to take or how much, energy it would eventually consume of my life, but if someone doesn't give you what you want, you make it happen yourself. I was a piano performance major, and I went away for a year to study at the Artistic Conservatory in Tel Aviv with a teacher that I wanted to study with. And while I was away for that year and spending every moment in a practice room, I realized that that was not the career for me, to be a pianist, because you spend all of your time by yourself. And I was a social person, and I really liked the collaborative part of making music. When I came back to school, I started accompanying the opera scenes class at the university. And while I was there, they did the Magic Flute, so I got to actually see an entire production be put together. And I fell in love with the idea of storytelling through music. I decided that I wanted to get my feet wet, and so I applied for several music director positions at churches across the country. And at each of those churches, I told them that I was interested in starting an opera company. You can create work for yourself if you try, if you make it happen. So when I came to this particular church, Union Avenue Christian Church, they said, "That's an amazing idea. We should do that." You got to find people who believe in you and what you're going to do, and this is how we got this started. We had to build all of our own costumes and sets. At the time, there were no other power sources, and the first night of the show, all the lights blew up. And we had to do our first performance ever with just the lights of the church on. So, it wasn't an easy start. So part of the mission of this opera company, and why I think it's so important, is that we want to give emerging artists a chance to learn these roles and to sing them in the original language. And I find it so rewarding when we get these people that come in and can take advantage of what we have to offer for the first time, and then they start building their careers. That is so rewarding to me and to all the hard work that we do here, where we provide a training ground for these young singers who are just starting out to get their feet wet and to understand what it can be about and what it's all about. And for me, that investment, it's paid off all the time, dividend after dividend, as we see people move up the ranks and get out there and contribute on the big stage, as we say, to the cultural scene of this country and really of the world. So that's why I think it's so important.